Hey, it's Dr. Day, and we have a video today about a very peculiar thing called bucket handle breathing. So, if you want to know how bucket handle breathing can have major ramifications for your health, energy levels, and even weight loss, stay tuned. We're going to talk about bucket handle breathing today and breathing dysfunction and how it relates to chronic back pain, neck pain, and even chronic anxiety and trigger points and all kinds of different body balance issues. So what is bucket handle breathing? Well, when we breathe, our rib cage is actually supposed to move away from our spine and from our torso like a bucket handle, lifting away from the bucket here. And most people don't realize that. When they think of breathing, they just think of their belly expanding and contracting. But it's actually movement of the ribs. And when the ribs move, what we're going to see is, this is your vertebra, this is a little chunk of your sternum or chest bone here. The ribs are going to move out and away and back down and in by the checkered and regular ribs. So we're moving away and the diaphragm has more space to drop down, and then we're moving up and the diaphragm is going to dome back up, pushing air back out. So when people aren't properly bucket handle breathing, we see imbalance of oxygen to CO2. And when that imbalance happens, oxygen is vital for energy in your body. And so you're going to build up more of the byproducts of not being able to utilize oxygen, like lactic acid. So people fatigue quicker in their muscles. They notice increased stress scores when there's breathing disorders. They're noticing more back pain, neck pain, slower recovery, and even hormonal changes. And we went over that in a previous video where we talk about the tiger hammock system, the sympathetic or fight or flight, like what you would do if you saw a tiger, and the hammock system, the rest and digest. So proper breathing balance and good diaphragm motion, good diaphragm function, proper bucket handle breathing, I have found, can help people when they're stuck in chronic pain cycles, when they have bowel disorders, when they're just feeling like they're overwhelmed all the time. In my restoration plan, one of the number one things is we talk about better balancing the diaphragm, and using bucket handle breathing is one of the ways we start. So how do we do bucket handle breathing in an easy way? And the mistakes people make when they're trying to do more breathing is they take big gulps of air in like this. Well, they're already doing that in the research. We already take short, rapid breaths either when we're under stress or when we're sitting poorly at the computer. There's even some research that typing more than 30 minutes turns on the trapezius muscles. Once the trapezius or scaling muscles are turned on or activated excessively, and the research is called hypertonic, they're going to turn off the diaphragm. So we need to activate our diaphragm both posturally, for stress, and for overall health and wellness. And this has implications even in a video we just did called the gut-brain axis, because the gut needs motility, and when the hammock system's on, the gut's going to be more able to digest, secrete juices, so it's got lots of implications. So we're going to come here for bucket handle breathing, and we're going to lie on our back. What we're going to do is we're going to purse our lips like we're getting ready to blow out a birthday candle on a birthday cake on the ceiling. And why that's important is the pursed lips slows the exhale down. Most people with breathing dysfunction or inefficiency of bucket handle breathing breathe very rapidly and from their neck. When they go to breathe in, they breathe in from the neck, and then they do these little mini exhales, and it's hard for them to make their belly go in. The other thing we're going to do is put our hands here on our rib cage. Most people put their hands on their belly, which is sometimes good, but you can also just push your belly out and in without using your diaphragm. So we're going to put hands here on the lower ribs. When we exhale, it's going to look like this. 6 seconds. When we do the 6 seconds, the bucket handlers are moving towards the bucket. But you also want to think in 3D that two more bucket handles are moving from the front towards the spine. what that's doing is it's sending the diaphragm up. I'll tell people when the balloon deflates, when the diaphragm goes up, oxygen or CO2 is being blown off and air's leaving the lungs, and then we breathe in. It's natural because we've already compressed everything to, and this is one of the hardest things for people because when they have breathing dysfunction, they want to use their neck. But if we've already engaged the diaphragm, the chances of it dropping down are a little better. If you're still having trouble when you breathe in after the 6-second exhale and your body wants to go and breathe up here, which is lifting the clavicle, activating the neck, scalenes, upper trapezius, we can start by reaching down a little bit actively towards the feet, squeezing the shoulder blades together, tucking the tailbone, then bringing the hands here, and a lot of times that'll turn off the muscles that are trying to compensate. Then we go 6 seconds, exhale. Now sometimes when I breathe in, I'll breathe in through the pursed lips, but oftentimes I'll breathe in through the nose in the inhale. For those of you who have questions, some research points to nasal breathing being more efficient, but we teach that in later stages. In the beginning, especially, the pursed lip helps people control it, and eventually we can go into yoga breathing. So you're going to do that 10 times, and the reason it's important is you're actually retraining your diaphragm, your rib cage muscles, and the joints of the ribs in the nervous system to fire the proper way again. When you do that, the research shows you will actually inhibit or turn off the muscles that are compensating. So again, think of that bucket handle going away from the bucket, both front and back and to the sides, and then when you exhale, they're going this way, and when you inhale, it's lifting out and away. And you'll feel a sensation of the diaphragm dropping down as you do that. Now, eventually you won't need to do this lying down. Eventually you can do it sitting up, and eventually you won't have to have your hands there at all, because this is the native or natural or innate breathing pattern that we were born with. When this breathing pattern's moving, the research is astounding. Back pain scores go way down, neck pain reduces, people who thought they had asthma actually have breathing dysfunction. People have less muscle pain all over their body, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, all these things. There's an interlinking thing with breath, the spinal movement, and our body's position sense, and our stress system. And when we can begin to control it and have these, as we call in my restoration plan, hammock moments, where we can take a break, and then we can check into, with our breathing, our goals, our vision for ourselves, our life's purpose. These reprieves in our day were done culturally for so many years, and now in our modern day, we're just moving. So you can use breathing to bring on that hammock or parasympathetic side of your nervous system, reduce muscle tension, restore posture, all with 10 6-second exhales. Then once you're out walking, you can just place your hands at your side, engage that bucket handle breathing, and keep your body from overusing your neck muscles. When you're at the desk, you can turn your thumbs out, do your exhale and inhale, 6 seconds out, 4 seconds in. So it can be incorporated throughout your day. But when we start lying down so it doesn't get overwhelming. So if you had issues with stress in the past or digestion, this is a great option to begin a road back to health. The reason we designed these little videos is in the restoration plan, I had health issues for a long time. And see, I was told that it was genetic, I was told that it was fixed, I was told that it couldn't change. And now we know that when we access our nervous system, when we take more time for reflection, when we breathe, we can actually change the way our nervous system perceives our environment. We can get our little spiritual, emotional reboot, and these little changes end up making a huge change. So ask me any questions in the show notes below. or send me a comment and let me know how the bucket handle breathing has helped you. And look for more links in the show notes to articles on breathing and other things at our website. So I hope you learned a lot about bucket handle breathing. I hope you practice it and incorporate it. I really think it can change your health. Leave a comment in the comment sections below after you've practiced. Let me know how it's changing your stress levels, your posture, your core strength. And stay tuned for more videos. Hit the subscribe button because we're going to do more videos as it relates to the muscles around posture, breathing, and how that can have major ramifications for your health. As always, I'm Dr. Day, and I believe today is your day for a breakthrough.